Happy International Women's Day. Today, in honor of International Women's Day, I'm going to be answering some of your most pressing healthy aging questions. So I'll let you guys start coming on. Hello, happy Saturday. Hi, for craft's sake. Today, happy International Women's Day, everybody. For craft's sake lives in South Africa, so it's women around the world. Happy International Women's Day. Today, I just decided I'm going to answer the most pressing questions that are always in my DMs. And for craft's sake, sent me an email because she won the Ozempic weight loss bundle, the entire bundle with the add-ons, which means the Crave Control and the No Bloat, the Easy Digest. And she asked, how do you use that? And I get those questions all the time, you guys. How do you use the Ozempic weight loss bundle? We're gonna get to that when I get downstairs, okay? So for craft's sake, hold on, because you're not the only one that asked that question. But the first question that I wanted to do is, before I do that, happy International Women's Day, everybody. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Darnell Cox. If you're new to this channel, this is the Live Young live Instagram that happens every Saturday at 12. I'm 56 years old. I hate to say 56 because I'm almost 57. I'll be 57 in less than a month, April 10th. So almost 57 years old. I'm a gerontologist. I'm a healthy aging coach. That's what I do. I help you live longer and look better while you do it. It's the inside out, outside in approach to healthy aging. So welcome, everybody. Today, I'm just going to be answering all of these pressing questions that I get all the time. My DMs they're insane. So if you've asked me a question over the DMs, I have compiled a list of the most asked questions in the last couple of weeks, and that's what we're tackling today. The first one was, what hormones are you taking? And I thought, what a great way to start out my live show on International Women's Day than talk about menopause. At almost 57, you bet your ass I'm like in the middle of menopause right now, or I am postmenopausal because I haven't had a period in over a year. Let me tell you what I take, okay? And this is completely dependent on your body and your hormone levels and your doctor and what you are comfortable with. But for me, I started off on all of the creams, right? So I had 4 creams that I started off with, and that was estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and DHEA. Yes, girls, we need all 4 because we have more testosterone in our body than we do estrogen. And if we don't replace the estrogen as we're going through menopause, by the time that we are postmenopausal, men will have more estrogen in their body than we will. Shocking, right? So I started off with all creams, and I started off with 4 different creams: testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, DHEA, right? Now, since then, I do the creams for testosterone. This just makes it easy for me to find it when I put the labels on it, makes it easy for me to find it in my drawer of medication. But literally, it's like 2 clicks on the inside of your wrist. That's it. That doesn't mean that you can ask me like, hey, where do I get that? It's compounded by my doctor. The one thing that I would recommend is anybody, all women over the age of 35. All women over the age of 35. If that's you on here and you have not had your hormones checked, it is a great time to do it at 35 because that's when the hormones are already starting, your estrogen's already starting to diminish along with our muscle mass and everything else. And that's an indication, right? If you're in midlife, if you're in your 30s and you're starting to lose some muscle mass and you're not on hormone replacement therapy, take a look at your hormones. If you're gaining belly fat, take a look at your hormones. If you can't sleep right, if you're getting hot flashes, all of that stuff. So I'm taking I just did the testosterone. This is a DHEA. I do a double click of that. It makes all hormones, it's a precursor to progesterone, but makes all hormones kind of work better. That also gets rubbed in. And then I'll show you what I'm doing for estrogen. Now, some people do the estradiol where they put the patch. Some doctors do pellets. At my age, you know, here's the thing about hormone replacement therapy, everybody. And So what are your levels now? They keep tanking. They they keep tanking because guess what? Estrogen continues to decline. So if you get your hormones checked at 35, you have your hormone level, your doctor says, nah, let's wait on hormone replacement therapy. You start getting in your 40s, that's perimenopause. Early 40s is perimenopause. When you're in, but Bonnie, that's a great question. Is it just for perimenopause or in menopause? Throughout your life. I'm going to tell you right now, I will be on these throughout my life. Why? Because I want my body to function at its peak. And that means replacing the hormones that have been coursing through my body for my entire life. We're not putting foreign objects in there. We're not doing anything but bioidentical hormones that have been in my body my entire life. When those dip, muscle mass diminishes, bones get less dense, so you're more prone to osteoporosis and fractures and things like that. Your skin dries up, your vagina dries up, you can't sleep. There's a lot of different stuff. So you have to continually get your levels checked, Bonnie. You have to continually get your levels checked so that when that continues to go down, you know, you up the medication. So I always up the medication with my doctor if my symptoms come back. If all of a sudden I'm like ADHD, I don't know what, I can't finish something. I go to one room, don't know what I'm doing, go to the next room, don't know, you know, I can't, and I feel like I'm spinning. Something's wrong with my hormones. So we go back in, we get everything tested, up the little things. This is estrogen. I put this under my tongue. I took 3 drops under my tongue in the morning. That's it. Tastes like nothing but oil. And then I have progesterone. I do this at night. So I do both of these at night, just the estrogen in the morning. And then for the testosterone and the DHEA, I'm doing those twice a day. Okay, so does that make sense, you guys? And don't forget about your thyroid. Nancy says, I'm 61 and I've not taken any hormones. Is it too late? No, it's not, Nancy. That's what the new evidence is showing, is it's not too late. You can put the estrogen back in, you can put the testosterone back in, you can start building muscle mass, and you can start protecting your bones, your brain, right? All of that, your heart is protected by estrogen. Estrogen is a shield that really helps us live longer. So when somebody in their 60s says, is it too late? No, it's not too late. And I've done lots of live shows with OBGYNs and hormone specialists over the years that say it's not too late. That is a very old, outdated study that says that women who are postmenopausal, meaning their estrogen is gone, not gone, but it's lower than what a man's is, and they haven't had a period in over a year. That's a postmenopausal woman. That you are still eligible for hormone replacement therapy. And you know what? You're probably going to sleep better. Your bones are going to get more dense. You're going to put on more muscle mass. Your mind is going to be a lot clearer. It's never too late. Okay, question number 2. But I wanted to say before I go on, don't forget about your thyroid, because your thyroid is your master hormone, it's in your neck, master hormone of all metabolic processes of all your organs, right? So your thyroid will make your liver function better, your pancreas function better, a lot of different things. And when we go through hormone decline that begins early 40s, beginning of the 40s, when we go through hormone decline, people often forget about the thyroid, and the thyroid declines as well. So when you're going to get your hormones checked, get a full thyroid panel. So if I'm being honest about hormones, thyroid disorder runs in my family. I have probably, let's see, out of like 8, I'm one of 5 kids, but then if I'm looking at the girls, probably 50% of us have hypothyroid, which means that your thyroid is not producing enough thyroid. It's not producing enough of that hormone. So I take an Armour thyroid, and I'm on a very, very, very low dose. Before I was on hormone replacement therapy, I was on double the dose. After hormone replacement therapy, I'm on the tiniest dose in the morning, and it has really changed my metabolism. So if you think about your thyroid being that master gland and in charge of all the metabolism throughout your entire body, regardless of whether you get your hormones replaced with estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and DHEA, if you're not dealing with your thyroid as well, you're gonna still keep packing on the pounds, right? If you have cold hands and feet, if your hair is falling out, if you have dry, itchy skin, these are all indications of thyroid issues as well. So make sure, do not forget to check your thyroid. When I say thyroid, I don't just mean checking the TSH. That is a bullshit, outdated test, okay? That does nothing but check a general type of thing. I mean a full thyroid panel, T3, T4, reverse T3, Hashimoto's, all of it, okay? Check all of it, full thyroid panel. Okay, moving on to question number 2. The question was, what skincare do you use? I can't believe I get this question so much, and so much of what I talk about is skincare, but because I'm always testing new products, it's actually a great question. What docs prescribes HRT? My PCP and gyne aren't helpful. Okay, before I move on to that, that's a great question. Am I JAV4? Your gynecologist did not go to school for hormone replacement therapy. They went to school to do a pap smear and deliver babies. Now, they're very educated in what they do, but they do not deal with hormones, okay? A hormone specialist is what you need. You can get a recommendation from your OBGYN, and some of those OBGYNs have gone back to school to specialize in hormones. That's what we want. People continually learning. Learn, right? Don't just like get your don't just become a doctor and then just go like, okay, let's just charge people now. Because longevity is an ever moving target. There's new information that comes out all the time, right? So if you're somebody who's an OBGYN and you are not going back to school to be educated in menopause, shame. It's a shame for your clients. It's also I don't want to say shame on you, that's a bad thing to say, but you're not putting your best self forward. That's a better way to say that. If you're not going back to school as an OBGYN to be educated in hormone replacement therapy, you're not putting your best foot forward for your clients. Yes, the standard doctors don't know enough about HRT. I had to tell mine, yeah, I need progesterone along with estradiol. They just don't know. They didn't go to school for it. So here's my suggestion. On the back of your insurance card, for those of us that are fortunate enough to have insurance, I know that is a luxury for a lot of people, but if you have insurance, call the number on the back of the card and say, I need a hormone specialist, not an OBGYN, a hormone specialist in my area that's in network. That's the cheapest way to do it. You can also do some telehealth stuff. I know that hims.com, and I think it's I forgot the name of it. It'll come to me in a second. There's ways that you can do it online, but it's always safer to go in and find somebody that can really kind of help support your hormones as they continue to decline, because as they're declining, you want the medication to lift it up. It declines more, let me lift it up. You have to continually keep adding medication to get it to where it's level. And then when you no longer have a period, when your hormones have pretty much stopped, you'll probably stay on that level of hormones for the rest of your life. Okay? Okay, so now that was a good question. So I wanted to stop to do that. Call your OBGYN, ask for a recommendation. So maybe they went back to school, or call the back of your card and ask your insurance for a recommendation. Okay, what kind of skincare do I use? Holy crap, here we go. This is coming up later. Okay, I am very proud of this drawer, I must tell you. Bonnie says, I've been using Vaseline. Vaseline for what? Tell me. Nothing wrong with Vaseline. But tell me what you're using it for. For hydration, there's better products out there. Okay, here's what is literally, I coach this, and I literally have designed these drawers for my husband. I've designed these drawers so that my husband knows in the morning he comes here. And in this little section here are all vitamin C's. I get sent product a lot, you guys. So to organize it and make it very simple to where I'm not laying out my husband's skincare based on the active ingredients, this drawer has made a huge difference. And it also enables me to be able to try new products and know if they're effective and know if they're great for my skin based on this. So in this one little section here, I hope you guys can see, this is all vitamin C's. So if I got a product that was like an antioxidant for the skin and it doesn't say vitamin C, I couldn't see the ingredients. A vitamin C is an antioxidant for the skin, right? I have a full body one for Timeless. Now normally, I'll show you, I don't want to flip you over, but you'll see when I flip around where my red light therapy panels are over there. I have an entire bottle of this because I use it while I'm doing red light therapy. Okay. So the second one, so it goes 1, 2, 3. So this is all the vitamin C's. That's the active ingredient. The only active ingredient in the morning is going to be an antioxidant. You don't want to use a retinoid in the morning, right? You use that at night. So in the morning, it's an antioxidant. It's an eye cream based on your concerns for your eyes, right? I know I look tired right now, you guys. I'm in the middle of a family crisis. Long story, but normally I don't have puffy eyes. But that said, when I do, I go to this drawer right here in the morning, and depending on what is my issue. If it is bags under the eyes, a caffeine solution like the Ordinary is great. If my eyes are dry, a CeraVe, just a basic CeraVe under eye cream is great. This one by One Skin uses a peptide OSO1. It helps with all those zombie and senescent cells. It's amazing, okay? But this alone is not an active ingredient. Peptides alone are not enough for your skin, okay? I'm gonna say that again. Let me get this up, because I'm obsessed. The reason why I'm saying this is I'm obsessed with this brand, One Skin, because they're really, the way that it's working, I swear it's repaired my skin barrier on my neck. But it's a moisturizer, and yes, it's a peptide, and so it does some sort of heavy lifting in terms of senescent cells and zombie cells without the irritation of exfoliation from retinoids, but it's not an active ingredient that is, you're done, that's all you need, right? So, morning drawer. You start with an antioxidant. That goes on clean, dry skin. Don't spend money on face wash, a ton of money on face wash. You wash it off of your face. It just needs to be clean. I like Physoderm, I like CeraVe, and then there's one other that I can't think of right now. But normally I use a Physoderm. I've used it my whole life. It's just clean, washes off clean, because you want this stuff, the active stuff. Morning is the antioxidant, evening is the retinoid. Those are the only actives that we have in here. That's the heavy hitters. They go on first, right on clean, dry skin, right? So vitamin C, eye cream, sunscreen. These are all sunscreens. If they're tinted, yay, because that's gonna protect, that has an extra layer. Most UV sunscreens just have a UV protection, but it helps, it has like a zinc oxide. This has when you use something that has a tint in it, it has an ion oxide, it gives you an extra layer of protection. So I don't use makeup, I use this, which is a tinted super serum SPF 40. It's by Ilia. I'm obsessed with it. I love it, but this is my husband's drawer, so this is normally not in here. And he's got various types of sunscreen. This is a great one by Murad. I love this. It goes on like almost like oil, but it's just luxurious. But he can't go wrong here, right? He picks one from each corner. 1, 2, 3. It's all labeled. And then we go to the evening. Retinoid. Pick a retinoid. This is Olay. Olay is a great company, you guys. It's not your grandma's Olay. They've been around forever. The same with Rock that you can get in the supermarket. Olay you can get in Costco. If you know, good skin doesn't need to cost a fortune. It can. I can show you how to do that, but it doesn't need to cost a fortune. So in the middle of here, in all the retinoids, we've got things like Olay Max 24. We have Murad, which is a retinol, which is a little bit stronger. I did a whole live on how to choose the retinoids right for your skin. So in this live, once I post it to my main feed, you can comment the word retinoids and it will give you my whole guidebook, okay? But we've got stuff that's prescription strength in here. We've got the Ordinary, which is a 1% in squalane, so it's not as irritating. He picks one from here. I personally, I'm loving Differengel, which is a 3rd generation of a retinoid. It's less irritating, and because I microneedle my skin so much and I do chemical peels, and I was going to show you my little thing, but I'll show you later. I do a lot of different stuff to my skin, and so I don't want like the giant go big or go home retinoid, right? If I did nothing to my skin, if I didn't use a red light therapy every day, if I didn't, do radio frequency and microcurrent and microneedling and all that other crap, then I would use this. But because I do all that other stuff, this is such a great product. It's made for acne, but so ironically is the prescription strength. That's how it originated. And then they started using it on adult acne, and they're like, wow, the wrinkles go away too? Yeah, they do. Pore size shrinks, exfoliation. It increases the thickness of your skin, much like microneedling. So when you have thicker skin, remember with age, our skin thins. So if you have thicker skin, it's healthier functioning skin, healthier looking skin, less wrinkles, more plumped, right? And you get that in 2 different ways when you're talking about topicals. Hi, Linda. You get those in 2 different ways when you're talking about topicals. One is a retinoid, the other is microneedling, or when you're talking about stuff that you're doing to your face. Those 2 things strengthen that skin barrier and thicken up that skin. So that's why I microneedle my arms and all that kind of stuff. So he goes from a retinoid, picks this is at night, pick a retinoid. If you got any sort of skin discoloration, then you go for a niacinamide after that. So you layer your products like you're dressing for the snow. I want to say that again. Layer your products like you're dressing for the snow. If it comes to like, what is the consistency of that product? But nothing goes before the active ingredient unless you're trying to actively create a barrier so that the active ingredient does not cause as much irritation. Otherwise, the active ingredient, which is a retinoid, goes on first. If you want my ultimate skincare guide, you guys, when I'm done with this, you can comment in this comment section below. So far, we've got 2 keywords. Retinoids, we'll give you the guidebook, and skincare will give you the ultimate skincare guide that shows you how this system works, okay? Bonnie said, Darnell, I missed is what the barrier cream do. Okay. This is a moisturizer. So remember, you guys, I can't tell you how many clients I have that come to me and they'll book a session with me. By the way, you can also comment coaching and it'll give you a link to my calendar. And don't comment here. Wait for me. I love it. I love that you guys are jumping on the bit. I don't think it works that way. I mean, I wish I knew more about the technology about Instagram, but I really don't. It's not really my side of the field. But when I post it to my main feed, which I'm going to do right after that, comment skincare. It'll get you my ultimate skincare guide. Comment retinoids. It will show you which one's right for me. It'll show you how to do that, how to determine that, right? But wait till I post it to my main feed after this live show. And then in the comment section, you put skincare or you put retinoids. This is the one that I am obsessed with right now, but this is not, does not take the place of a retinoid. It is an OS01 peptide, and peptides are not enough. I'm just gonna, why not? Peptides are not enough in terms of like total skincare. This is great in that I love this after everything goes on. I have a full body one as well. But that's kind of the basis of this. You go retinoid, you go a niacinamide that helps with discoloration and unevenness of skin tone. Then you pick an eye cream for that night. And if you need it, you follow it with a moisturizer. Does that make sense? Can you guys see that? You follow it with a moisturizer, which is here. So when my husband goes to pick skincare at night, he's going 1, 2, 3, 4. When he goes to pick it in the day, he's going 1, 2, 3. Always start with the active, followed by this and this. If you are somebody who likes to layer more than that much on your skin, this is where the dressing for the snow analogy comes in. You always start with the active, but let's say you want to add a peptide. This is a squalane copper peptide rapid plumping serum, and you also want to add this. You dress your skin like the snow in that you wouldn't put on a giant parka think of this as the parka. You want to put on a giant parka and then like your underwear on top of that. That's not going to keep you warm, right? You put the thinner layers first. So this is a very thin sort of consistency. I wouldn't want to put this on last because it's going to not be able to penetrate anything. So start with the active and then go the thinnest to the thickest, right? Does that make sense, everybody? I hope so. Okay, moving on. Coming back here. How often can you microneedle? Okay, that brings me to this. Great. Oh, Vaseline after you peel. Bonnie, so I need to go back. Bonnie, put that question again because I was like, my head was down in the drawer. Vaseline after you peel, are you talking about after microneedling? Because then yes, Vaseline is great for after microneedling, although I tend to use Aquaphor, which is a little bit thinner consistency. A lot less chance of getting those, like, I think they call it melia. I forgot what it's called, but those little white bumps. This is my whole system, you guys, for microneedling. It's not just for microneedling, it's for all the skincare gadgets. The whole, okay, wait, Bonnie said after chemical peel on the neck and chest. Absolutely, coat that stuff, yeah, use it like that. Aquaphor is also a really good alternative. You don't want to put anything on there that has any sort of active ingredient after a chemical peel, nor any sort of scent. You guys, if it smells good, that's probably not great for your skin, okay? I've been using Eucerin Eczema Relief Cream on my chest, face, and neck. That's not gonna be enough, Bonnie, in terms of like active ingredients. Like, I know exactly what you're, well, I don't know exactly, but this is very similar, I'm sure, to what you're talking about. This is a CeraVe SA cream. It's salicylic, oh my God, I gotta slow down. It's a salicylic acid cream for rough and bumpy skin. I use this on my body, sometimes in lieu of a retinoid for the body. And it works great on those little kind of, you know, little bumpy stuff that happens. And it's like a little bit of a light peel without peeling, for a light exfoliation without peeling for your body. Okay, where are we? So you can always comment skincare to get the ultimate skincare routine. We're here. We're on the skincare gadgets. You guys, don't buy a skincare gadget and then just let it collect dust. It's just such a waste of money. And there's some great gadgets on the market, and then there's a bunch of crap, okay? And I help people on the subscription club and things like that kind of weed out the bad stuff and put the good stuff in, and, you know, compare products. That's a lot of what I do for the Instagram club. That's the $4.99 a month club that has access to all of those tutorials I do on microneedling. And you'll see that every Sunday I microneedle one body part. So it could be I'm microneedling my face, it could be my abdomen, my neck and chest, my knees, the back of my arms. It depends. Wherever you have crepey skin, wherever you see something, a stretch mark, you can microneedle that sucker. CMJ Jones said, can you do these machines, gadgets after Botox? Yeah, Botox, I mean, I wouldn't do it the day of Botox, just because why? You know, you have a neurotoxin injected into that muscle, just let it do its thing. But the following day, absolutely. Very different than filler. If you're doing filler and you're gonna microneedle your skin, you wanna wait a good 4 weeks. You don't want that filler to move. I'm not somebody that has filler in my face. I know, hard to believe, but I do not. That's what I was trying to think of, Bonnie. Keratosis pilaris, that's what I was trying to think of. And Lisa said, after microneedling, I heal fast. Can I use sunscreen day 2? Yes, absolutely. All it has to do is, I'm using sunscreen day 2, Lisa. So you should be able to too. It's just gonna, if your sunscreen is tinted like mine, you might see like those little things, but I don't have a problem using sunscreen the very next day, as long as it's like 24 hours later. Otherwise, just avoid the sun with a hat, with a wrap. I have a lot of different stuff I do to avoid the sun. But as far as microneedling, somebody said, how often can you microneedle? You can microneedle as often as you want, but that same body part every 4 to 6 weeks, okay? Only every 4 to 6 weeks. Not, you know, you don't, and here's, I'm trying to explain why. Just because you can wear sunscreen on day 2, doesn't mean that your skin, and you can hardly see the microneedling marks, doesn't mean that your skin is done healing. And you can test this out if you microneedle your abdomen and then wait for, I don't know, a couple of weeks and put on a self-tanner. And you'll see all the little marks of what happened when you were microneedling your stomach. So it takes longer than you think for microneedling to heal. So you don't want to help build that collagen up, and then as it's trying to create a better structure, you're knocking it back down again, right? It's not Jenga here. You're not like, you want that structure to be like solid, and now it's at its peak, it's at its best. And you wait 4 to 6 weeks, and then you can do that sucker again. Bonnie said, I'm freaking out. I've never had a chemical peel on my neck. When will the redness subside? I don't want it to scar or hyperpigmentation. Bonnie, I'd call the doctor who did that. And I understand that fear. I wouldn't do any red light therapy or anything like that because you don't want to increase circulation right now. And they should have done, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say this. It should have been a lighter peel on your neck than your face. And the reason why is because your face secretes oil. It's different. Like I would not, you can get away with this in your 20s, but not when you're in your like 35 and over. I used to be able to put this on my neck and chest, just like a straight retinoid, prescription strength retinoid. As our skin thins through menopause, and not even, through perimenopause, your skin thins, you're no longer able to use this thing because your neck secretes water. So we have certain body parts that secrete oil under our arms, our genitals, our feet, our hands, our hair, our face. The rest of our body secretes more, sometimes on our upper back, but the rest of our body secretes more water. So it's you don't have the same moisture you don't have the same moisture making ability that your body has. You don't have the same moisture making ability from your neck than you do your face. Does that make sense? It doesn't mean I want you to freak out. It just means keep it coated. Reach out to me later if you want to send me a picture, Bonnie. I can probably get to that today. No, and don't stand on a vibration plate. Just don't do anything, Bonnie. Go lay down. Just go lay down for a little bit. If you have a chemical peel on your neck and it's like, you're dying, just go lay down. Coat it with your cream and go lay down. Okay. You guys, if you want the microneedling protocol, you just, after this is done, don't do it now. After it's done, you comment microneedling. In the post, comment microneedling. It'll get you my whole free guidebook. If you want, how do you fit all the gadgets in? Meaning like all the skincare gadgets like radio frequency, microcurrent, red light therapy, all of that stuff. Then you comment the word protocol. And you guys, you can get all of this shit on liveyounglifestyle.com. And it's all there. So you go to liveyounglifestyle.com and you toggle down that menu and you'll see protocols. They're all there for free. Okay? Okay, moving on. So I think I answered that question. You can microneedle your same body part every 4 to 6 weeks. I tend to go 6 weeks just because why? You don't need it every 4 weeks, but sometimes things happen, or like I want to get to a different body part, and I'm not one, you guys, and this is very important. I made this for a reason, because what you don't want to do is like get a microneedling tool and go like, oh, this doesn't hurt so bad. I'm going to do my arms, I'm going to do my face, I'm going to do my neck, I'm going to do my chest, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I'm stinging from every single part. Think what that does for the stress in your body. Right? So when we microneedle, we're doing controlled trauma, little tiny controlled trauma. We don't want to stress out the whole body, right? Which is kind of what's happening to Bonnie right now. You don't want to stress the whole body out and cause an inflammatory response more than what you want. You want that little inflammatory response so it cues those cells that make the collagen to come to the rescue and build that back better. Now, of course, I take a liquid collagen. I'm going to get to that in a second, but let's just keep going on. Okay. The next question, are there gift bags at the retreat? Oh my God. For those of you who do not know that I'm doing this retreat in Malibu, May 1st through the 4th, when I say gift bags, that's not the right word. What is going to happen is that for those 30 women who are going to book that retreat or who have booked that retreat, you are getting a bag of equipment. Let's just say that. You're getting all the tools in your bag that you're going to utilize for those 4 days with me. You will have your skincare in here for free. You will have your devices in here for free. You will have swag beyond belief. Why? Because I've been working with these companies. You've seen the drawers. You've seen the drawers. I've been working with these companies for a long time. And so if you're a company that I've worked with you for a long time and I haven't reached out to you yet, reach out to me because we are going to load people up. Think Oprah, but for but for healthy aging and longevity at a retreat, right? You get a red light mask, you get a red light mask, you get a red light mask, and I'm not joking. Okay? So are there gift bags? It's beyond. It's beyond. And I thought I saw a couple of influencers on here, one that I did a podcast. There's going to be a couple people that I might have, see if they can come for free and do like a talk. But yeah, when I say, when you ask, are there going to be gift bags? There's gift bags, there's prizes, there's giveaways, but everybody gets the tools that they need to wake up in the morning with me for those 4 days and walk my talk, walk my life. So in other words, hand holding 30 of you and coaching you along the way, and you'll bring this with you to every station that we go. When we're microneedling, you'll have a cartridge for microneedling. I'm trying to get a whole pin for you guys. You'll have your red light mask in here. You'll have your electrolytes in here. You'll have your supplements in here. You'll have everything in here. So it's not a gift bag, right? It's a tool bag. It's a toolbox of stuff that you'll use for that week. And I guarantee you this, for those of you who are on the fence about going to the Live Young retreat, I guarantee you this. Even if you think you've been following me for years, you're going to learn something different. We're going to talk about hormones. We're going to talk about exercise. We're going to be exercising every day. We're also going to be waking up and looking towards the sun, getting the UV light in our eyes, right? We're also going to be cold plunging. And no, nobody's going to come and shake you out of bed and throw you in a cold plunge. But I'm going to be doing it, and I'm going to be coaching people right along with me. We're going to be doing saunas at night. We're going to be eating farm to table. We're going to be talking about diet. We're going to be talking about exercise. We're going to be talking about hormone replacement therapy. When I'm done with this whole live that I'm doing right now, if you are interested in joining me on this 4-day opportunity, and when I say opportunity, you're going to get more tools for free in your bag than the cost of your bed. I'm going to say that again. You'll get more tools in your giveaway bag than the cost of your accommodations at the retreat. That's what I'm aiming for. And that's a relationship with a lot of different companies that are sponsoring, that are sending product. Yeah, it's going to be something really, really amazing. So the way that you get to that is you can find that, I think, on the website too, liveyounglifestyle.com. But when I post this to my main feed, comment the word retreat. Comment the word retreat. And that gets you to the website. I'm only taking 30 women. That's all it did. We're taking over the whole place. It's in the Malibu Canyons. May 1st through 4th. So gift bag, it's more like, it's just like a toolbox. You're going to get it back in spades, okay? So that was that about the retreat. And you can comment retreat. So yeah, we're going to have that. What do you take for sleep? That's the next question. Oh my gosh, I'm going to run out of time here. We're going to speed through this, you guys. What do I take for sleep? I do not take melatonin, you guys. I take my Neuromax, which is magnesium. That's magnesium 3-in-8. I take 3 of these. I take my hormones, obviously. I take one of these, L-theanine. And L-theanine promotes relaxation, and it is a stress support. So we know that magnesium 3-in-8, this is the one you want, not the citrate, but the 3-in-8. This crosses the blood-brain barrier. So not only does it make you sleepy, but it's better for your brain, better for your cognitive processes. So I don't take a melatonin. I take this, Neuromax. You can DM me or comment the word supplements. You'll get a link to that. I take L-theanine. 200 milligrams, which promotes relaxation. I take, oh my God, apigenin, which I've been taking for a long time. I take 50 milligrams of this, and this is an antioxidant found in chamomile tea, and it occurs naturally in many different plants and vegetables. So when I go to sleep, these are my main 3 sleep aids that I use along with my normal hormones. Okay, but it's not so much exactly what you're taking, and I'm gonna coach all of this at the retreat. I'm gonna coach all of it at the retreat. But it's also not only what you take, but what do you do, right? What do you do to make yourself sleepy at night? And that has to do with what you're doing in the morning, right? Which we're gonna be doing literally at the retreat. So the light in your eyes, the delaying your caffeine, the taking the cold plunge, working out, all of that stuff helps you sleep better at night. And then at night, you go back outside when the sun's low on the horizon, get the light in the eyes, turn your overhead lights off. All these overhead lights you turn off when the sun goes down. Take a warm bath. I have a cooling mattress pad, cold room, and a sleep mask. That is the ticket, you guys. I'm telling you. I track it with my Oura ring, and it's crazy. Again, about the cold plunge, I had a question. What's the best time to cold plunge? That was the question. First thing in the morning. First thing in the morning. Why you do not want to cold plunge after you work out. Think about it. You just stress the muscle. You just created these little tiny tears, and then you jump in a cold plunge. You're going to stop your gains. You're going to stop the gains that you made. Now, if you're a professional athlete and you've played a game and people are like tackling you and crap like that, then yeah, take your cold plunge after you just had your ass whooped. But for us normal people, you know, you don't want to reduce the inflammation after you've lifted weights. You want to reduce the inflammation before, right? Before you've lifted weights, before you've done anything, that's where you do the cold plunge. Not only that, but doing a cold plunge at night is going to wake you up and screw up your sleep. Doing a cold plunge in the morning, your body is looking for that homeostasis, right? That equilibrium. So even though we're freezing on the outside, here's my, I do it right in my bathtub, you guys. It takes me 2 minutes and 48 seconds. And I'm in here, up to here, and just whoosh, in. And I play the Rockies theme song. That's why I know it's 2 minutes and 48 seconds. That's when the song ends, and then I put the sprayer right on my face and get my face real cold with that, almost like a tiny bit of a brain freeze, and then I'm out. And then I hit the red light therapy. So these are the big panels that I'm talking about that I'm bringing with me to the retreat as well. So everybody will have a chance to cold plunge and do red light therapy, and you'll walk away with a lot of your own stuff that's going to be even worth more than what your accommodations were. Okay, let's see what else. Yeah, so that makes sense, right? Cold plunging in the morning helps you sleep better at night. But cold plunging after you've worked out, you're going to decrease your gains. You're going to stop the muscle from building. Makes sense? Okay. How do you fit in? The next question, because remember, it's International Women's Day, you guys. For those of you just joining, I decided for this live to just take all of the most pressing questions that I get in my DMs over the last month. So here's where we are. For those of you who just heard about the retreat, remember when I post this to my main feed, you can comment in the comment section the word retreat, and you'll get a link to that. I'm only taking 30 people. And like I said, think of it like Oprah. You get a red light mask and you get a red light mask. You'll end up with more swag and tools than the cost of your bed. That's the only time you're going to hear me say that. I don't think I'm going to announce that again, but that's the truth. Okay, that was my goal in the first place, and that's what's going to happen. Okay, so how do I fit in dry brushing? This was the question. You can kind of see me in the back there. How do you fit in dry brushing if you use a fake tan solution? This is my favorite fake tan solution. This is by Tanologist. I use it in a extra dark. It's in a mousse, and I've got like the mint and all of that stuff, right? So how do you dry brush when you do that? Strategically. Strategically. For example, today, here's where all my dry brushes are. You guys see them? They're all hanging here. This is my favorite dry brush just because I love the little nodules on it. So what I normally do is I dry brush while this is filling up for my cold plunge. Put my foot up here, I'm dry brushing, right? Going towards your lymph nodes here. Make sure that you give this like a little wiggle right in here. I know it sounds a little weird, but you've got your lymph nodes right here in your groin. Just do that a little bit. You dry brush all the way up towards that. If I am spray tanned from the waist up, I won't dry brush until I know that I'm about ready to reapply that tanning the next day, and then I'll dry brush. So that's how I do that. But dry brushing increases circulation. It sloughs off all the dead skin cells. It helps with lymphatic drainage, and it reduces the appearance of cellulite. If you missed the live that I did on cellulite, when I post this to my main feed, you can comment the word cellulite, and it'll bring you to my top tools for that. Remember, cellulite, you guys, on International Women's Day, it's normal. Cellulite is normal. 99% of us women have cellulite. It's the way that our fascia is designed in our body so that we can expand during childbirth. We don't have the same kind of fascia that men have. That's why men don't have as much cellulite. But women, our fascia is lined up in a certain way that it's kind of a miracle if you don't have cellulite, all right? So it's normal, but that said, there are ways that you can increase that circulation, ways that you can break that fascia up, and there's ways that it can diminish the appearance of cellulite, okay? So, moving on. Just looked at this question. How do you have so much energy? That was the question. The question, I don't remember who it came from, but they said, I feel like my energy tanked in midlife. Is that you guys? Do your energy tank in midlife? And I'm not always jumping up with a bunch of energy, but for somebody who's almost 57, I do feel like I have a lot of energy, and that is because mitochondrial health is super important. I too, when I hit my 50s, I felt like I could not get out of bed in the morning. It wasn't until hormone replacement therapy and thyroid being checked and all of that stuff that I thought like, okay, I got a handle on it now. But your mitochondria, that powerhouse of every cell, that diminishes with age. And so how do we help that? How do we help? Resistance training. So lifting weights stimulates new mitochondria. So by lifting weights, if you're too tired to lift weights, just think, if you're doing it consecutively, if you're doing it consistently, you're going to have more energy. And you might not feel that as you're dragging your ass to the gym, but that's what the science says. If you are lifting weights, you are giving more energy into your cells, and new mitochondria can happen. Okay, the other way. Oh my God, did I bring it downstairs? I brought it downstairs. I did. Maybe we have to go downstairs. The other way that I do that is through spermidine, and I don't think I have it up here. I think I brought it. Yeah, it's downstairs. We're going to go downstairs, you guys. We have some time. We're going to go downstairs. We're going to talk about the next couple of things. But spermidine rids your body of old mitochondria and creates new healthy mitochondria through a process called it's not autophagy. But it's mitophagy, because it's your mitochondria, right? It increases NAD levels. Sorry, no, that's not it. Spermidine gets rid, that's the one that does the mitophagy. So I use that in my little workout water thing that I do. I'll do like an electrolyte water when I work out, and I'll put a little creatine in there. And I'll put a little bit of spermidine in there and shake that up, and that's what I'll sip on as I'm fasting while I'm working out. Does that make sense? Okay. I need to head downstairs. Hold on, let me grab my mushroom coffee. I'm gonna head downstairs because the next question's from downstairs. For those of you guys just joining me, happy International Women's Day. We've talked about a lot of stuff already. We have keywords that we can, if you are just coming on, we have keywords right now that are set up for auto-population. So I want to tell you what those are, and you can get an idea of what we have talked about. We've talked about the retreat, right? So you can put in the comment, not here, once it posts, retreat. We talked about it, the whole ultimate skincare protocol. You can comment skincare, not here when I post it to the main feed. You can comment protocol to get the monthly free calendar, or you can go on liveyounglifestyle.com. It'll give you the same thing. We talked about microneedling, so you can DM me the word or comment the word microneedling, and you'll get a link to that free microneedling guide. Okay, that's what we've learned so far. And now we are going down to answer the question: laser mask versus LED, which is better? Thanks about the joggers. These are, what are they? Vuori. I don't know how you say that. V-U-O-R-I, Vuori. I live in them. They're so comfortable. Okay, hold on. This might be cold. Okay. I'm going to head downstairs. I'm going to show you my LED mask versus my laser mask. We're going to answer that question. Okay. I'm taking you with me. Hold on. Don't get dizzy. If anybody has like vertigo or anything, close your eyes for a second. I'll tell you when we're downstairs. Or you can see my house as we're walking through. Okay. Hold on. Ooh. Hold on. Let's see if there's any questions coming up. Darnell, when can I use the whole vibration plate following a chemical peel? Wait at least 24 hours. Let's see how your neck is doing, Bonnie. Okay? Wait 24 hours. What you don't want to do is sweat. You don't want to sweat. Wait. Let's see how it looks tomorrow, and then you can decide if you want to do anything else. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. 1 second, you guys. Okay, sorry, my eye was watering. Okay, LED. We're gonna get over here to the supplements in a second for craft's sake, I promise you. My LED lights masks, because you see I had the big ones upstairs. How do you like this rainbow bookcase I did? Let's take a second. I did a whole show on organizing and how it helps you live longer, because it does. It's less stress, right? And it's time. You want to be able to find things. So, different story, but I did this whole rainbow bookshelf, and now I can find where the books are because our brain remembers color. It's one of the first things we learn as a kid, right? Is color. Red, blue, yellow. And so when we get older, if this was in alphabetical order, I'm not going to remember the name of the authors, right? But I know that like Great Expectations is blue, so I know where to go look. It makes sense, right? Okay, these are some of the tools that we learn on this show. For those of you who are just joining me, you've never been here, I'm going to introduce myself again. I'm Darnell Cox. I'm a gerontologist, which is somebody who studies aging. I'm a healthy aging coach. I've been doing it for over a decade. I help people live longer. I help them look better while doing it. Okay, so that's my jam. When it comes to, masks, I have been wearing red light therapy masks since they first hit the market, and I don't even know how long ago that was. I think it must have been a decade ago. But now they're coming up with, so this is the Magellan. This is red light. It's LED plus laser, okay? It's LED plus laser. So a normal LED light has various light spectrums. The difference between LED and laser is just the length of the wave. You're adorable and so smart. So sweet. I don't feel adorable today. I feel like I haven't slept enough, and I'm in the middle of a little family crisis, so I appreciate that. Hill Design. Anyways, okay. So this is a laser mask, LED and laser, and so it has the right wavelength for red light, which is it's like 633. I think this is 633, but red light is normally 630 to 680. That's the wavelength that calls it red. And near infrared is 800 to 880. This is let me get, what did I do with oh man, dang it. I don't know what I did with the, with the Omnilux one, but the Omnilux one in a mask, think about this in a mask, has a 633 wavelength and an 8, I think it's an 8, it's 800 something, which is a red and near infrared, right? So Omnilux, favorite mask, is a red and near infrared. When you're looking at something like the Jove's 4D, this is a straight up laser mask, right? So it has, yes, it has LED, that's true, but it goes through all the light spectrums, and then it's in the thousands. It's like 1,600 something is the wavelength for laser. So it's going deeper into the skin. When you're looking at blue light, you're looking in the 400s, right? 415, around there. That is, the wavelength is such that it stops right on the surface of your skin. That's why blue light is used for things like acne, right? Things that are just really on the epidermis. You want to go deep into the skin to stimulate collagen. You're looking at red light and near infrared. So you're looking at 630, 633 up to like 880. That's the typical masks, right? Then you have a laser mask like Magellan that goes up to 1,000 something, so it's going deeper. And the same thing with the Jove's 4D. For these, you guys can just, in the comment section below, after I post this, you can put the words red light. It will give you all the masks. If you want just the Jove's mask, you can put the word mask and it'll give you this. But I think this is also in the red light. So in the comment section after, when I post it, put red light in the comment section and you'll get a link to all this stuff. You can always find it too on liveyounglifestyle.com. But that's basically the difference. So the question was, laser mask versus LED, which is better? I do both. Because why not? I do both. It's a different wavelength, right? So I have oh God, if I showed you guys, you're gonna think I'm nuts, but I'm gonna show you anyways, because what the heck. So this is where all of my devices live, behind the couch. And so the reason why is because if they're there, I'm more likely to use them when I plop my ass on the couch or to watch TV. And this is my favorite spot. So I'll get my biomat out here that I've had for, oh my God, probably 12 years. This is probably an old version of this. Very great for healing. I'll get my biomat out, I'll lay that down, and I'll put a mask on. So that's why all my masks are downstairs. I'm more likely to use them downstairs than I am upstairs when I have that full panel. Whew, okay. We're still going. We're almost done. We're coming over here. Because I had a question. This is for Craft's sake. I hope she's still here. I hope you're still here for Craft's sake. Because you're not the only one that asked this question. And this question was about, this was the spermidine. And it also comes in a pill form. So when we were talking earlier about like energy and mitochondrial health, I take this with my Live Young supplement line. Like, guys, I have a whole Live Young supplement line. But I take this for mitochondrial health, for mitophagy. So really, really great product. You can comment the word prime. Yeah, for Craft's sake, we're getting it. I'm so glad you're still there for Craft's sake. We're gonna get to the Ozempic weight loss bundle right now and how you take those products. But I want to just tell you about this first, because when I post this to my main feed, you can also comment the word prime and it'll get you a discount on this. Spermidine has been researched for a long time, and Leslie, I hope she's on here, just did a TED Talk about it. The creator just did a TED Talk about this. So we're kind of on the cutting edge here, you guys. Okay, now let's go to the Ozempic weight loss bundle. You guys, if you are in metabolic distress, if your resting blood glucose level is over like 90, this is a bundle that you're going to be interested in. Oh, you can see this little light back here. That's okay. This is going to be a bundle that you're interested in. And I get this question all the time. That was actually a good, Steph, that was actually a good question. I used to use that. It gave me a reaction. I think it was too much energy, and it ended up giving me a rash, that Lima laser. So I've since reached out to the company, and hopefully I'll get another one. But it's not something that's in my arsenal right now. I do like the Nira laser. I like the precision Nira laser for the eyes, and I like the Pro. But the way that I stack that when I'm doing things like radio frequency, you don't want to double stack your heat, right? So it's very strategic. That's why you need that protocol, that calendar. Okay. Ozempic weight loss bundle. Oh, the dog just came in. Ollie, oh, you want to come up and say hi to Grandma? Okay, say hi to everybody. This is Oliver. Okay, Oliver, Mama's back to work. Okay, Ozempic weight loss bundle. This is what For Craft's Sake won. And she won the Ozempic weight loss bundle, and I'm gonna take out the add-ins, which are these 3 products, okay? So this is the Meta Health, the Fiber Lean, which is my bestseller, and my Probiotic Lean. Now, For Craft's Sake won that prize during the holidays. She also got a Crave Control with that, and she got the add-on of the Easy Digest. Right now, this is the only thing on sale right now. If you buy 2 Fiber Lean, again, best-selling weight loss product that I have. If you buy 2 of these, you automatically get a free Easy Digest for this month only. Okay, here's how you would take these. So when you wake up in the morning, you could take up to 4 of these Crave Control. Now, if you're somebody that you wake up in the morning and you want to eat everything in sight, this is what you want to take, because it will literally work with the neurotransmitters in your brain to stop cravings for sugar, for carbs, for even alcohol. But take this, you'll feel that your fast is going to be so much easier, right? So you can take 4 of these, For Craft's Sake, up to 4. Then, about 15 to 30 minutes before you eat, you're going to mix 1 to 2 scoops of the Fiber Lean into a glass of water. I don't have this one open, but into a glass, it's a very small scoop. Into a glass of water, mix it around and guzzle it right away, because you don't want it to start solidifying. It's a tiny, tiny scoop. See this? Mix it with a glass of water. It creates a mesh. And so it creates this kind of, it's all soluble fiber. It's all natural. The reason why I came up with my own supplement line in the first place is because you would be shocked at the dangers of supplements. What are in them, what are on our shelves, what we're putting in our body in the name of our health. It's insane, really. It's criminal in some instances. It's criminal because the FDA is only loosely regulating things, so it's up to the manufacturer to make sure products are safe. And sometimes people just want, their eyes on the pocketbook and not on the consumer. And I got tired of putting stuff in my body that was supposed to be healthy that wasn't. And so I came up with my own line. That's why I came up with that in the first place. For Craft's Sake said she did not get Crave Control. That's a bummer. Okay, well, that's what this one was used for. This will help you. You would take this first thing in the morning. I have a client that takes 4 in the morning and 4 at 2 o'clock and has lost 40 pounds just on this one tiny thing, this one supplement. Okay, so For Craft's Sake, you don't have this one. That was an add-on. We'll put that aside. 15 minutes to 30 minutes before you eat, 1 to 2 scoops of this in a glass of water and guzzle it and wait, right? That will help your fast last longer. It'll help because it's going to fill you up, and then it's going to create that mesh in the lining of the small intestines. And so that when you do eat, that food that you've eaten, that all turns to glucose, that's their main source of energy. So anything you eat is going to be turned to glucose in some way. It slows down the way that gets pulled through the small intestines into your bloodstream. And the slower that you can have that enter in your bloodstream, the less likely it's going to be to spike your insulin levels, and less likely it's going to be stored as fat. Okay, so that's how you would use this. 1 scoop or 2 scoops in a glass of water, guzzle it immediately, and then wait for 15 to 30 minutes, and then have your meal, okay? And then the Meta Health you would have with your meal. This is berberine. This is an alternative to getting the weight loss shot, you guys. Now listen, if you have your fasting blood glucose level is like 120, 110, get on the Ozempic shot. If you're obese and your life is in danger, for God's sake, go get the shot. But just know there's a rebound effect that is going to happen. This is a really good way to get off of the shot, because you're still going to be activating those same pathways of filling up your stomach, but this doesn't slow down digestion. This just slows down the way glucose crosses the intestines. Very different. So it's not slowing down your metabolism like a shot would, like the Ozempic shot would. It's actually increasing your health by giving you more fiber. Then the Meta Health you take with food, and then the Probiotic Lean, which gives you that healthy dose. They're all in these little sealable packs, so you know that they're all fresh. Does not need to be refrigerated. It's vacuum sealed in that. This you take at night before you go to bed, because I like to like put the probiotic on top and have nothing there, so let it kind of populate while you sleep, if that makes sense. Okay, is that it? Was that it? Was that the last of it? I'm about this on time right now. Well, yeah, I did that one. Okay. Yeah, okay, I think that's it. There was a question of what other supplements do you take besides your own? I can tell you what I take every day, okay? I take my Healthy Aging Multi every single day. I also take Cardio Max, which is a fish oil. You guys, not all fish oil is made the same. This is not something you can get out of Costco, okay? It's just not. The sourcing of material is super, super, super important, and all of my materials are sourced by Albion Labs, which is it has an amazing track record for sourcing the purest, most potent natural ingredients, okay? I take an Antiox, which helps me with oxidative stress. I take an Osteomax, which is a K2D3 for my bone strength. I take a Hair, Skin, and Nails, which is a collagen stimulator that nourishes those cells that produce collagen in the first place. And then I take Primadine with my meal. What else do I take? I do take a probiotic lean. I don't take fiber lean every single day because my whole lunch is all vegetables. Every vegetable I can get my hands on, as much as I can eat. And it kind of takes the place of this. But before dinner, I'll take this. Or if I'm going out to eat, or I'm going to a friend's house to eat, or let's just say it's Thanksgiving, or it's something, and I want that cookie, or I want that piece of pie, or I want something. Take this first, walk away for 15 minutes, come back. You're gonna eat less of it because it's gonna fill you up. You're gonna eat less of it, and when you do eat it, it's gonna be less likely to be stored as fat and spike your blood glucose level. Does that make sense? Do you have supplements for lactose intolerance? I don't think you need supplements for that. I think you just stay away from dairy. Yeah, just stay away from dairy. There's no dairy in any of these. I take creatine for muscle strength, memory, for a lot of different stuff, but this is Thorne. I have no affiliation with them. It's just a great product. So I put like a scoop of this in electrolyte water. I'll show you exactly how I do it. I use one of these that shows me how much water I'm drinking, right? I fill this up with water. I'll put an Element Tea sachet. By the way, they're giving, they did a sampler packet and they sent us 35 sampler packets. Guess where those are going? In your gift bag for the retreat. I'm telling you, you're gonna end up with more product than the cost of your bed. More product than the cost of your bed. But I'll put one of these sachets in a full thing of water. I'll put a scoop of creatine and a scoop of Primadine, and that's what I take to the gym. Sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes, let me grab it, because why would I just not do this? Sometimes, not all the times, if I had, like, let's say I had a poor dinner the night before, I'll put 1 scoop of AG1 in the water with the creatine, with the Element Tea, and take that to the gym because it's giving me some nutrients without the calories, if that makes sense. So I'm not breaking my fast. There was a question of, do I take NMN? If I would have got that question and I was upstairs, I would have pulled out the bottle. I have it. I think that there's still a lot of research that needs to be done on that. And I'm going to save that for another time. That's how I will end that. I will save that for another time. I'm not currently taking NMN, but I have taken it before, and we'll save those for like a different time because there's a lot of dangers in taking supplements, you guys. So I don't want to just list off something and not be able to go into detail about it. So we'll tackle that one next time. Okay, guess what? We're at the end of the show. We're at the end of the show. For those of you guys that are just joining, sorry, you missed it. But you can always replay it because I'm going to post it to my main feed. And when I post it to my main feed, you've got a couple of different things that you can comment, right? Let's just think about it for a second. You can comment skincare, not here, but you can when I post it in the comment section. Get ready to roll, you guys, because in the comment section, you can just put the comment of skincare and then check your DMs, right? You can put the comment of protocol. That'll give you the calendar. Check your DMs. But when you check your DMs and you click on that link for the calendar, you got to check your junk mail, you guys, because it'll go in your junk mail from Darnell Cox. I know my handle is Live Young Lifestyle, but my name is Darnell Cox. For those of you who don't know me, now that we're at the end and you're just now coming on, I'm almost 57, gerontologist and healthy aging coach. I've been doing this for a long time. I help people live longer and look better while doing it. So that's where we are. Okay, so you want to hear everything again. Okay, here we go. Ready? Here comes the energy. Guess where that's coming from? That's probably from my pyrimidine, right? Mitochondrial health. I'm on an empty stomach because I won't eat until like about 2 o'clock because I do a 16-hour fast. So how is that I have that much energy? And that, my friends, comes from hormone optimization, comes from sleep, even though I have eye bags today because I'm in the middle of a family crisis. But there's a lot of things that go into that. Okay, so to recap, you can comment the word, not here, but when I post it to my main feed, you can comment the word microneedling. It'll give you the microneedling guidebook free. You can comment the word protocol. It'll get you the calendar, which then you've got to make sure you check your junk mail for that calendar, okay? The calendar's a lot of work. That took a lot of years to do that. So check your junk mail, right? Sign up for the newsletter. You can comment supplements, and it'll give you the supplement line. Remember, I have one special going on right now, which is buy 2 of your Fiberline and get an easy digest for free. I didn't even go over this project, but this helps with bloating. So if you like eat something and you get bloated, or you don't feel good, or you feel like full, or like it's queasy, this easy digest is that. So right now I have a special of buy 2, get this for free. You won't see it in your cart, but it will show up at your doorstep, I promise. Okay, so we just went over microneedling, skincare, protocol. You can comment Prime for the Pyrimidine link. You can comment retreat for the 4-day retreat in Malibu, where you are going to end up getting so much product and swag that it'll pay for your bed. What else do we have? So that's retreat. Retinoids was one. You'll get the free retinoid guidebook. Supplements, obviously, we did that. I think that's it. I think that's all I got for you guys. Let me just make sure. Red light. Oh, you can comment red light, and that'll get you the masks and the red light. If you want the mask, the laser mask by itself, just comment the word mask. Okay, that's all I got. And Mimi, do it when I post this to my main feed, okay? I'm gonna post it to my main feed right now. And I'll come back later and do the caption. I just want, because you guys are here in front of your phone right now, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to post it to the main feed, and then I'll come back and do the caption for that, okay? All right, that's all I have, everybody. Happy International Women's Day. I hope that this was a great live for you. I hope I answered a lot of different questions that you maybe didn't think that to even ask, but a lot of you asked them because they were in my DMs. Okay, I'll see you guys next Saturday, where I'm going to actually be doing Solar Wave in office. You're so welcome, Linda. I'm doing Solar Wave in office. So around my birthday, for those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that I do a lot of stuff at home, but around my birthday, and I'm almost 57, I'll do one in-office procedure. And this year I'm doing Solar Wave, which is an ultrasound that will tighten up the skin, right? Because it's not just about living longer. We want to look our best while doing it, right? Otherwise, I'd be lying if I said that didn't matter. It does matter. It matters to everybody. And if you're one of those who are like, I don't care what I look like, I call bullshit on that. I'm sorry. We all care what we look like. Right? And if we're going to live to be 120, don't you want to like look your best while you're doing it? That's my goal. My goal is to live to be 120. And I want my body to feel, to function, and to look its best. And all of that I teach in the retreat. Okay, I got to go, you guys. I'll see you next Saturday. Have a great rest of your day.